What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. So Daniel Jeremiah released his grades for position groups on NFL.com for the strengths of this draft, and I pretty much agree with him for the most part. I really kind of agree with him. Number one, he's got edge defenders. Sorry, I had to move something. He's got edge defenders, so let's look at who the edge defenders are in this class. I don't know what that was, but so let's look at edge defenders. Pass rushers, basically. So he has, and this is without any stats. I'm compiling the stats and the teams they were on and the quality, like when you're evaluating running backs, what was the quality of their offensive line? What was the quality of their competition? Were they good at breaking tackles? Were they good at running between the offensive linemen, getting outside the offensive line? What's their strengths? What's their weaknesses? Just like tight end. Are they a better blocker, better pass catcher? Are they great at both? Quarterbacks. Can they throw the ball anywhere on the field? Accuracy. Can they pinpoint accurate the football? What competition did they go against? Defense. This goes for defense and offense. That's the standard. And the hidden gems. Because you have small schools, when they compete against big schools, how did each player fare? Not the team. How did each player fare? That's why you see a lot of these gems in the later rounds and undrafted go big time, because most scouts, maybe, I'm hoping I'm wrong, I think I'm wrong, but sometimes your ego can get in your way. So they look at that school and say they didn't do well. They didn't look at that player that much because the school didn't do well. Like, we're not really worried about that school. We can get them later anyway. And a team like the Patriots, sometimes the Cowboys, whoever, sees that player and says, hey, we got him. And they end up being a superstar. Tony Romo, Sean Payton saw him, told Parcells, hey, this is our guy. We need to sign him immediately. And undrafted free agency. And he became one of the better quarterbacks in NFL history for the Cowboys. He only won 2 playoff games, but, you can debate the Lions one, I guess. But then again, the Packers. So, yeah. And Anthony Hitchens wasn't holding. If anything, the tight end was holding him. But it is what it is. You all got your last laugh with the Packers when that Des Bryant catch, no catch. So, whatever. But you all got yours because you couldn't get past the Sea Chickens in the championship game. So, ha. Or the 49ers. So, ha. Anywho. He doesn't have it. This isn't his list. This is mine. Of edge defenders or pass rushers and how I see them. Some of these guys I'll actually have higher. This is an older list, so bear with me. Abdul Carter, 6'2", 249. He'll probably get over 250, 255. He'll probably get up to that point. One of Micah Parsons' teammates from Penn State. Shamar Stewart, Texas A&M, 6'5", 267. Mikael Williams out of Georgia. I like him better than Abdul Carter a little bit because Georgia played higher competition, but I've got to look at everything before I make my new list. 6'5", 260. Mike Green out of Marshall, 6'3", 251. James Pierce Jr., which he's kind of a betweener, so I think I'm going to have him lower. He's like 6'10", but he could be, my comparison might be Brandon Graham from the Eagles. Yeah, that's a pretty good comparison. Landon Jackson out of Arkansas, 6'6", 264. J.D. Tumolo out of Ohio State, 6'4", 270. Jack Sawyer out of Ohio State, 6'4", 260. Tyler Barron out of Miami, 6'4", 252 is what he's listed. I like Tyler Batty a bit more than most. I'll have him higher on my next list. 6'5", 269. Kamon Rucker out of North Carolina, 6'2", 265. Ethan Downs out of Oklahoma, 6'4", 265. Chaz Chambliss out of Georgia, 6'2", 242. He might be more that 3'4" guy. And I'm not going to go over the whole list because I'm going to make some changes all, but there's just some of them. His second, I'm not going to go over the points or anything, is running back. And I agree. Running back is pretty deep this year, I feel like. And this is without any stats or any numbers from the combine. This is just my list so far. And this is an old list, so bear in mind. Things will change. Number one. And look. Ashton Genty, Boise State. Cowboys love their Boise State guys. A lot of receivers. We've gotten some running backs, quarterbacks. Defensive guys. DeMarcus Lawrence. 5'8", 211. He's the consensus number one running back. Now, he might fall. He might rise. Who knows? But he's good. I don't think he'll be there for us, but he's the number one running back. Omarion Hampton, 6', 220 out of North Carolina. 3, I have Cameron Scatibo, 5'10", 219 out of Arizona State. Number 4, I have Caleb Johnson out of Iowa, 6'1", 224. 5, but I'm probably going to change this at some point. Travion Henderson out of Ohio State, 5'10", 202. Number 6, Quinshawn Judkins, 6', 221 out of Ohio State. I actually like him better than Travion Henderson. 82, or number 7, I have Dylan Sampson out of Tennessee, 5'8", 200. Number 8, DJ Giddens out of Kansas State, 6', 212. Number 9, I have Devin Neal out of Kansas, 5'11", 213. And number 10, I have Ollie Gordon II out of Oklahoma State, 6'1", 226, or Ali, however you say that, I don't know. So that is running backs. His third position of strength is going to be defensive tackles. Or one techniques. As far as I'm guessing. That is interior defensive line. So I guess he could include 3 techniques. Your 5 techniques in all are generally like in a 3-4 defense. So I don't know if he means all D tackles. I'm guessing, but we'll go all defensive tackles because technically they're all interior defensive linemen. Because the outside linebackers in 3-4 are the outside of the defense, set the edge, and the defensive ends are the outside of the defensive line on a 4-3. So we're just going to call that D-line, 1 technique, 3 technique, and 5 technique. all three of them. So one, Kenneth Grant, 6'3", 331, out of Michigan. Yeah. Hopefully he's better than Mozzie Smith so far. 2 is going to be Tyleek Williams, Ohio State, 6'3", 334. Number 3 is going to be Deone Walker, Kentucky, 6'7", 331. Whew. Mind you, John Henderson out of Jaguars and the Browns years ago. 4 is going to be Jordan Phillips out of Maryland, 6'2", 312. A little small for one technique, but he can beef up. 5, C.J. West out of Indiana, 6'2", 317. 6 is Jamari Caldwell out of Oregon, 6'2", 342. Ooh, that's a lot of beef. 7, Nazir Stackhouse out of Georgia, 6'3", 320. Number 8 is Yahya Black out of Iowa, 6'6", 337. That's a big boy. And Iowa produces some pretty good defensive guys. Number 9, Cameron Jackson, Florida, 6'6", 339. And number 10 is Jay Toya, UCLA, 6'2", 339. So let's go to the 3 techniques. Because there are some good 3 techniques and 5 techniques. So 3 techniques, you have Mason Graham, number 1, 6'4", 296. Number 2 is going to be Walter Nolan out of Ole Miss, 6'3", 293. Number 3, Derek Harmon, Oregon, 6'5", 310. Number 4, Alfred Collins, Texas, 6'4", 332. Number 5, if it'll pull up on... Oh, this is being so stupid. I hate this. Number 5, Darius Alexander, Toledo, 6'4", 304. 6, Omar Norman Lott, Tennessee, 6'2", 295. Number 7, Joshua Farmer out of FSU, 6'3", 305. Number 8, is going to be Ty Robinson out of Nebraska, 6'5", 288. Number 9, Shamar Turner at Texas A&M, 6'3", 300. And number 10, Thor Griffith out of Louisville, 6'2", 305. So we're going to skip the 5 technique and all because I'm running out of space here. 5 is going to be offensive. 4 is going to be tight end. 5 is going to be offensive tackle. 6, he has wide receiver. 7, he has a tie between cornerback and interior O-line. 8, linebacker, or 9, linebacker. 10, quarterback, and 11, safety position. So we'll go over my other guys and that as well. We'll do another video on that. But that is Daniel Jeremiah's opinion. I pretty much agree. I think there's some good safeties, but he's just talking about depth. And look, we've seen the pundits be wrong before. There's sleepers every year. There's guys that just, you can only watch so much tape on so many players as a scout, I'm sure. And you're going after the main prospects, the superstars that you see in college that look like superstars in college. And sometimes the small guys slip through the cracks, and then boom, Danny Amendola, Michael Gallup, late guys that just bust out. Jake Ferguson, There's quarterbacks too. If you were drafting Jalen Hurts today, you'd be drafting in the first round. If you were drafting Dak Prescott, you'd be drafting him in the first or second round, more than likely. If you were drafting Sam Darnold, and knowing what you know now, you would probably draft him in the later rounds. Baker Mayfield, you wouldn't have taken first overall. You would have taken Josh Allen, number 1 overall, like I said, should have happened. But thank God it didn't happen, because that would have screwed him over with the Browns. Oh, my God. Oh. Ugh. The Browns. You guys, I feel bad for Kevin Stefanski. I feel bad for the Browns fans. Oh. Oh. And now y'all talk about trading for Dak Prescott. Y'all desperate. And everybody in the league can smell your desperation. They're like sharks in the water. Anyway, guys, you like the video, like, subscribe, comment, share, and notifications. Once we hit 100, do a free giveaway. Love you guys. Peace out.